top headlines. Spain leaves the title of the FIFA World Cup 2026, defeated Argentina by 1-0. Police lathicharge after protesters tried to breach barricades near the Parliament Street. Manipur students' body flags bore condition of the Tamenglong Tosem Road urges government to reconstruct it. Seventh dead after landslide strikes Nagaland's small town. Rescue efforts hit by heavy rain. One death, over 57,000 affected as Assam floods worsen. Army RAF on standby for rescue. A very good evening and welcome to ELITETV English News at 6 prime time. This is Somrin Kasar bringing you the latest news. And now the news in details. Spain have won their second World Cup, collecting the trophy from the United States President Donald Trump after Ferran Torres' extra time strikes finally broke the stubborn resistance of the Lionel Messi-led Argentina. More than 80,000 people witnessed a tense fight final on Sunday at New York, New Jersey Stadium in East Rutherford, East New Jersey, that ended 1-0. The defeating champions struggled to complete with dominant Spain and were left with a mountain to climb when Argentina Enzo Fernandez was sent off in the 93rd minute for a second yellow card after a reckless challenge on Spain defender Paul Cuparsi. Security forces resorted to a baton charge near Parliament Street on Monday, July 20, after thousands of the Cockroach Janata Party (CJP) protesters allegedly attempted to breach barricades while marching towards Parliament during the opening day of the monsoon session. According to the sources, the confrontation took place at around 11:25 a.m. when protesters tried to push through multiple barricades erected in the high security zone around the Parliament. The attempt led to a scuffle between the protesters and the security personnel, in which some protesters and police personnel sustained minor injuries. Sources said that around 10 to 15 protesters were detained following the incident. A heavy deployment of the Delhi police personnel, supported by the officers in plain clothes, had been put in place across the areas to maintain law and order and prevent demonstrators from proceeding towards the Parliament. However, New Delhi Deputy Commissioner of Police Sachin Sharma denied that police had used force against the protesters. Not even a single Delhi police personnel has used force on protesters so far, Sharma said. The CJB had organized the Chalo Sansad march to press for action over the alleged NEET UG 2026 paper leak, education reforms and accountability, coinciding with the commencement of the monsoon session of the Parliament. Thousands of youth and students participated in the peaceful mass rally and one-day symbolic fast in Itanagar on July 20 in solidarity with the climate activist Sonam Wangchuk and his ongoing hunger strike for Ladakh's constitutional rights. The program was organized by the student group Youth for Change. Participants gathered at Akashdeep complex before marching to the tennis court at IG Park, where they expressed support for Wangchuk's advocacy and ongoing protests. The rally began at around 11 a.m. with participants raising slogans against the reported forceful shifting of Sonam Wangchuk to a hospital and alleged pressure on him to end his fast. Organizers say that the demonstration was conducted peacefully and aimed at expressing solidarity with Wangchuk's demand for constitutional safeguards and the protection of Ladakh's rights. The Zimi Students Organization Manipur (ZSOM) has urged the Manipur government to immediately restore and reconstruct the Tamenglong to Tosem headquarters road, describing it as a lifeline of the Tosem subdivision and warning that its deteriorating condition has severely affected the lives of the residents. In a statement issued on Sunday, July 19, ZSOM President Ranenglung Neume said the road is the only link between the Tosem and the Tamenglong district headquarters, providing access to healthcare, educational institutions, government offices, banking services, and the economic activities. He alleged that the road has deteriorated to a point where vehicular movement has become extremely difficult, particularly during the monsoon when large stretches turn into mud, leaving ambulances, school vehicles, passenger vehicles, and private vehicles stranded for hours. Neume said that the patients requiring emergency medical care, students traveling for examination, elderly people, women, and children have been among those first affected by the road's poor condition. He also claimed that the local villagers and commuters have repeatedly carried out temporary repairs using locally available materials such as stones and gravel, arguing that these efforts reflected both the resilience of the people and the lack of adequate government intervention. A massive landslide struck Montown in Nagaland on Sunday, July 19, leaving at least 7 people feared death, including 4 women, and triggering extensive damage in the area reportedly located below the Assam Rifles camp. According to preliminary information received from sources, several people are still believed to be trapped beneath the debris as rescue teams continue efforts to reach those affected. More than 10 houses, including reinforcement cement concrete RCC structures, have reportedly been buried or washed away by the landslide. The incident occurred amid persistent heavy rainfall, which has continued to batter the region and increase the risk of further landslides. Rescue operations have been significantly hampered by unstable terrain, fresh mudslides, and fast-flowing waters, slowing the movement of emergency personnel and equipment to the affected site. Local authorities and sources and rescue agencies are working under challenging conditions to locate survivors and assess the extent of the damage. However, officials have not yet released a confirmed casualty figure or provided details on the number of people who may still be missing. Further details are expected as the situation develops. The Nagaland government on July 19 announced a series of relief measures following the deadly landslides in Montown that claimed lives and caused widespread damage to the property and the infrastructure, with Chief Minister Nephew Ryu announcing an ex gratia of Rs 4 lakh for the families of each deceased victims. In an official statement, the government expressed profound grief over the landslide that struck at around 6:30 a.m. on Sunday, extending condolences to the bereaved families and wishing a speedy recovery to those injured. The government said it is closely monitoring the impact of the ongoing extreme weather across the state. Besides Mon District, Tuli Subdivision in Mokokching District and several other areas have been hit by landslides, flash floods, road blockages, and damage to public infrastructure and private property. Rescue and relief operations are being carried out by the Nagaland State Disaster Management Authority and SDMA, District Disaster Management Authorities, DDMA, District Administration State Disaster Response Force SDRF, Nagaland Police and other departments. Authorities are engaged in search and rescue operations, evacuating vulnerable residents, restoring essential services, providing immediate relief to affected families. Chief Minister Nephew Rio announced an immediate ex gratia of rupees 4 lakh to the next of the kin of each deceased person and rupees 74,000 to every injured person. The government also assured that the affected families will receive food, temporary shelter, essential commodities, and other eligible relief assistance. In a post on X, Chief Minister Nephew Rio said, "Deeply distressing report of heavy landslide in Mon. My heartfelt condolences to those who have lost their loved ones. The state government is closely monitoring the situation, and SDMA, District Administration, DDMA, SDRF, Police, AR, and local community are working on ground for search and rescue operation." The flood situation in Assam worsened on Sunday, July 19, claiming one life and affecting more than 57,000 people across the 7 districts, prompting the state government to place the Indian Army and the Indian Air Force on standby for possible evacuation and rescue operations. According to the Assam State Disaster Management Authority, ASDMA, a person died in Sivasagar due to the floods, taking a total toll in this year's deluge to 5. The latest ASDMA flood bulletin said that over 57,100 people have been affected in Charaidio, Dhimaji, Dibrugarh, Jorhat, Sivasagar, Tinsukia, and Udalguri district. The number has more than doubled from nearly 24,000 people affected across the 4 districts on Saturday. Charaidio remains the worst hit district with nearly 24,000 people affected, followed by Dhimaji with over 22,000 and Dibrugarh with more than 4,000 people impacted by the floodwaters. Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sarma said that the state government has requested the Army and the Air Force to remain on standby as the flood situation continues to deteriorate in the Sivasagar, Charaidio, and Jorhat. Activist Sonam Wangchuk will end his indefinite hunger strike if political leaders assure him that the issue of the education accountability will be taken up during the monsoon session of the parliament beginning Monday, July 20. His wife, Gitanjali Che Angmo, said on Sunday, July 19. Addressing the protesters at Janata Mantar, where the Cockroach Janata Party CJB has been leading a protest over the alleged need paper leak case and demanding education reforms, Angmo said that Wangchuk had conveyed that he would call off his fast if the political leaders committed to raising the issue in parliament. If political leaders meet Sonam at the hospital and assure him that they will raise the issue of education accountability during the monsoon session, he will end his hunger strike tomorrow. If there is no assurance or accountability, he will continue his fast, she said. Angmo said that Wangchuk has continued his fast despite being admitted to Safdarjung Hospital 2 days ago. He has not broken his fast even after being in the hospital for 2 days. He will break his fast only when he gets an assurance that the biggest platform in the country, Parliament, will take up this issue, she said. Stay with us, we'll be right back after a very short break.
सिदा सही तरह से की ममांग लगी होना कोई इम्फाल कैब सर्विस ना मियाँ को मतलब कोई ना सेफ reliable respectful सर्विस पिकर लाई
kontar ko bukan yang senalai yo resu traffic plan kale ko yo wakle nuai dimidang ateng ba orsu ai mutabo to yang pada service tahu yang nuai na thank you hai ni palchi service ma
outstation travel one-way drop round trip marriage function event hybrid jing basin asal reservation feature
okay app ta to mo tamda yang live hai tare jadi hal ki app se tahu pakar mutung da market na pasakula lagi sikam ga yam khalai kuli hai ji haga koi customer sing jam laina to mo tamda atu mo tamda ga ji customer sing gi ma ta job pai tare
Infal Caps ki application je koi na sijinabada su yam nungai aduga tha mari muk sure aina ngasi sijinare se
to mo tamda yam moi sikki oi bahar ga di koi mahar se kam da da sam ngai mahar kadai chali chali hadigi amna mon sikki oi di ama iri hai na kuch na
sijinabada jam live ni app te na mayang ki tum book to biro aduga ini setning mau form pe ka ru adum yara ni Infal Caps ni
Manipur ke hanba neuro patients ke amatangai raba specialized hospital neuro emergency trauma net multi speciality hospital singjai mathak tongtham likai da handuk chare hospital asna maruina BP stroke brain tumor lami ki kudong thiba spinal disc prolapse spinal tumor amadi migraine chingba layengli hospital asida neuro gi layeng ber changba afaba makhal gi khusu khulai amadi machine marang kai de lei machina kokka mai lena ba tongan tonba makhal gi anaba sing ningthina layengli lamdam masida neurosurgeon yamna tangari maramna chingmadi arapa hum dagi lakpa anaba sing neurosurgeon unana ba honabada awaba kya mayongdari masida sunatna matam tintana anaba layenguna maram oraga kudong thiba kya su mayongdari masi punamakta kharadu orabusu kananaba Dr. Parkinson Singh MCS Neurosurgery AIMS New Delhi na masamaki hospital asida pung kunmari leituna anaba sing layengli hospital asida ataba mamalda layeng matana OPD general amadi ICU beds operation medicine x-ray amadi lab ka mai lena basnasu ataba mamalda phangalli ngasi migration biro amadi kudong chaba singa silobi ho hena ku bamrol gidama hospital asigi telephone number 7005534166 natraga 8974572154 da pau phobirak bujagani
New Life Advanced Diabetes Healing and Wellness Healthcare Center na natural oiba pambai sing amadi matam ga chunar bu khutsu khulai kya sajin aduna tongan balaina layong kaya mai pakna laying jari mafam asida laying jari ba laina layong sing adudi diabetes liver disease arthritis lutong chikpa naba constipation sinus blood pressure piles gallbladder amasung kidney danung leiba kidney ga mari lainaba layong sing amadi asthma na singbani diabetes ki oina diabetes na ohelakpa khongkho chikpa naba khongya saba tumba yadaba hakchang sokthaba chingba layong khodimak laying duna chada mari futara manga gi chang da reverse toba ngamle constipation gi oina numit tara manga ni da mapung phana phanba ngamle amadi blood pressure tha amadagi tha ahum phawba gi manungda normal ohanba ngamle ngasi maglangsin bio New Life Advanced Diabetes Healing and Wellness Healthcare Center Thangmaiban DM University gi makha thangba kabole kai nongchup akhoi contact number 9856148205
forward ball, there's a chance. Can he shoot up there? He scores the first goal. Pass me a bill. Pass me a bill. Pass me a bill. Pass me a bill.
Football is more than a game. It's a celebration of passion, pride and unity. Welcome to the 135 Durand Cup. wishing every team success and every fan an unforgettable tournament.
Everyone, proud to host the 135 Durand Cup at the iconic Kumalapak Stadium at Imphal, Manipur. This passion, energy and spirit of Manipur football will once again take center stage as Asia's oldest football tournament. Everyone come here to enjoy the beautiful game.
Let us celebrate this grand festival football together, shine bright, play fair and make the nation proud.
Kurumjari Imphal football fever is back. Join us for the 135 Indian World Durand Cup and let's celebrate the spirit of the game together. See you at the stadium.
Every life carries a hope for healing, a hope for recovery. At Babina Hospital, that hope is met with compassion, expertise and care, supported by dedicated teams, advanced technology and essential life-saving services. We are committed to delivering quality healthcare when it matters most. Because healthcare begins with listening, understanding, and putting patients first. Thoughtfully designed spaces, patient-focused services, extending care beyond our hospital walls through dedicated ambulance support, we remain ready to serve our community every day. A 200-bed multi-specialty hospital built on trust, compassion, and clinical excellence. Babina Hospital, where hope meets compassion.
ꯍꯧꯈꯤꯕ ꯆꯍꯤ 8 ꯁꯤꯒꯤ ꯃꯃꯥꯡꯗꯒꯤ ꯍꯧꯅ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯏꯝꯐꯥꯜ ꯀꯦꯕ ꯁꯥꯔꯚꯤꯁꯅ ꯃꯤꯌꯥꯝꯒꯤꯗꯃꯛꯇ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯅ ꯁꯦꯐ, ꯔꯤꯂꯥꯏꯕꯜ, ꯔꯦꯁꯄꯦꯛꯐꯨꯜ ꯁꯥꯔꯚꯤꯁ ꯄꯤꯗꯨꯅ ꯂꯥꯛꯏ.
ꯐꯣꯟ ꯇꯧꯔ ꯀꯧꯕ ꯀꯥꯟꯗꯁꯨ ꯌꯥꯝ ꯊꯨꯅ ꯂꯥꯛꯏ. ꯔꯦꯠꯁꯨ ꯈꯔ ꯄꯤꯛꯄ꯭ꯔꯥꯅ ꯈꯜꯂꯦ. ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯋꯥꯈꯜꯗ ꯌꯥꯝ ꯅꯨꯡꯉꯥꯏ. ꯅꯨꯃꯤꯗꯥꯡ ꯑꯊꯦꯡꯕ ꯑꯣꯏꯔꯁꯨ ꯑꯌꯨꯛ ꯉꯟꯇꯥꯕꯨ ꯑꯣꯏꯔꯁꯨ ꯑꯗꯨꯝ ꯌꯥꯝ ꯐꯖꯅ ꯁꯥꯔꯚꯤꯁ ꯇꯧꯏ. ꯌꯥꯝ ꯅꯨꯡꯉꯥꯏꯖꯅ ꯌꯥꯝ ꯊꯦꯡꯛ ꯌꯨ ꯍꯥꯏꯅꯤꯡꯉꯤ ꯏꯝꯐꯥꯜ ꯀꯦꯕ ꯁꯥꯔꯚꯤꯁꯀꯤ ꯃꯥꯏꯀꯩꯗ.
Outstation travel, one-way drop, round trip, nearest function, EVN. 하이브징ꯕꯁꯤꯡ ꯑꯁꯤ reservations ꯄꯤꯖꯩ.
ꯍꯧꯖꯤꯛꯀꯤ ꯑꯦꯞꯇ ꯇꯧꯕ ꯃꯇꯝꯗ ꯌꯥꯝꯅ ꯂꯥꯏꯕ ꯍꯥꯏꯇꯥꯔꯦ. ꯍꯥꯏꯗꯤ ꯍꯧꯖꯤꯛꯀꯤ ꯑꯦꯞꯁꯦ ꯗꯥꯎꯟꯂꯣꯗ ꯇꯧꯊꯔ ꯃꯇꯨꯡꯗ ꯃꯥꯒꯤ ꯑꯅꯛꯄ ꯁꯛꯄꯗ ꯒꯥꯔꯤꯁꯤ ꯀꯔꯝꯕ ꯒꯥꯔꯤ ꯃꯈꯜ ꯂꯩ ꯈꯣꯠꯂꯤ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯁꯤ ꯌꯦꯡꯉꯒ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯀꯁꯇꯃꯔꯁꯤꯡꯅ ꯌꯥꯝ ꯂꯥꯏꯅ ꯇꯧꯕ ꯃꯇꯝꯗ ꯍꯥꯏꯗꯤ ꯑꯊꯨꯕ ꯃꯇꯝꯗ ꯒꯥꯔꯤꯁꯤ ꯑꯩꯒꯤ ꯀꯁꯇꯃꯔꯁꯤꯡꯒꯤ ꯃꯅꯥꯛꯇ ꯌꯧꯔꯛꯄ ꯍꯥꯏꯇꯥꯔꯦ.
Imphal Cabsकी ꯑꯦꯄ꯭ꯂꯤꯀꯦꯁꯟꯁꯦ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯅ ꯁꯤꯖꯤꯟꯅꯕꯗꯁꯨ ꯌꯥꯝ ꯅꯨꯡꯉꯥꯏ ꯑꯗꯨꯒ ꯊꯥ 3ꯃꯨꯛ ꯁꯨꯔꯦ ꯑꯩꯅ ꯉꯁꯤ ꯁꯤꯖꯤꯟꯅꯔꯤꯁꯦ.
ꯇꯧꯕ ꯃꯇꯝꯗ ꯌꯥꯝꯅ ꯃꯣꯏ ꯁꯦꯐꯇꯤ ꯑꯣꯏꯕ ꯍꯥꯏꯔꯒꯗꯤ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯅꯍꯥꯛꯁꯤ ꯀꯔꯝꯕ ꯗꯥꯛꯇꯔꯗ ꯆꯠꯃꯤꯟꯅꯔꯤ, ꯅꯍꯥꯛ ꯀꯗꯥꯏ ꯆꯠꯂꯤ ꯈꯣꯠꯂꯤ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯒꯤ ꯌꯥꯝꯅ ꯃꯉꯣꯟꯗ ꯁꯦꯐꯇꯤ ꯑꯣꯏꯕꯒꯤ ꯑꯃꯒ ꯄꯤꯔꯤ ꯍꯥꯏꯅ ꯄꯣꯠꯁꯤꯅ.
ꯁꯤꯖꯤꯟꯅꯕꯁꯨ ꯌꯥꯝ ꯂꯥꯏꯕꯅꯤ ꯑꯦꯞꯁꯦ. ꯑꯗꯨꯅ ꯃꯌꯥꯝꯁꯨ ꯑꯗꯨꯝ ꯕꯨꯛ ꯇꯧꯁꯤꯟꯕꯤꯔꯛꯑꯣ ꯑꯗꯨꯒ ꯑꯦꯅꯤ ꯆꯠꯅꯤꯡꯕ ꯃꯐꯝ ꯀꯩꯀꯥꯁꯨ ꯑꯗꯨꯝ ꯌꯥꯔꯅꯤ Imphal Cabsꯇꯒꯤ.
Manipur के अहानबा न्यूरो पेशेंट्स के अमतंगायरबा स्पेशलाइज्ड हॉस्पिटल न्यूरो इमरजेंसी ट्रॉमा नेट मल्टी स्पेशलिटी हॉस्पिटल सिंगजाई मथक टोंगथामलिकाई दा हानुकचरे. हॉस्पिटल असना मरुइना बीपी स्ट्रोक, ब्रेन ट्यूमर, लम्बी की खुदोंगथिबा, स्पाइनल डिस्क प्रोलैप्स, स्पाइनल ट्यूमर अमदी माइग्रेन चिंगबा लायंगली. हॉस्पिटल असदा न्यूरो की लायंगबा चंगबा अफबा मखल की खुसु खुलाई अमदी मशीन मरांग कायदे लई. मशीना कोक मरी लेनबा तोंगान तोंबा मखल की अनाबसिंग निंगथिना लायंगली. लमदम मसिदा न्यूरो सर्जन यामना तांगलिबा मरमना चिंगमदी अरापा मफमदगी लाकपा अनाबसिंग न्यूरो सर्जन उननबा होनबदा अवाबा कया मायोंगदरी. मसिदा सुनतना मतम थिंथना अनाबा लायंगना मरम ओरगा खुदोंथिबा कया सुमायोंगदरी. मसी पुनमक्तगी खरदो ओरबसु कननबा डॉक्टर पार्किंसन सिंह MCS न्यूरो सर्जरी एम्स न्यू दिल्ली ना मसामकी हॉस्पिटल असिदा पुंग कुनमरी लेदुना अनाबसिंग लायंगली. हॉस्पिटल असिदा ataba mamalda laying matanatana OPD general amadi ICU beds operation medicine x-ray amadi lab kamai na basnasu ataba mamalda phangalli ngasi magdenshin bir amadi kudong saba singa silobiyo hena kubam road gidamak hospital asigi telephone number 700553416 natraga 8974572154 da paw phobirak buyagani.
New Life Advanced Diabetes Healing and Wellness Healthcare Center na natural oiba pambai sing amadi matamga chunar bu khusukhlai kya sajinaduna tongan balaina layong kaya mai pakna laying jari mafam asida laying jari ba laina layong sing adudi diabetes, liver disease, arthritis, lutong chikpa naba, constipation, sinus, blood pressure, piles, gallbladder amasung kidney dunung leiba kidney ga mari lainaba layong sing amadi asthma na singbani. Diabetes ki oina diabetes na ohelakpa khongkho chikpa naba, khongya saba, tumba yadaba, hakchang sokthabana chingba layong khodimak laying duna chada mari futara mangal gi changda reverse tawba ngamle. Constipation gi oina numitara mangani da mapung phana phanba ngamle amadi blood pressure tha amadagi tha ahum phawbagi manungda normal ohenba ngamle. Ngasi maglengsin bio New Life Advanced Diabetes Healing and Wellness Healthcare Center Thangmaiban DM University imakha thangba kabole kai nongchup. Aikoi contact number 9856148205.
Forward ball, there's a chance. Then he shot up there. He scores the first goal.
Ask me a bill. Ask me a bill. Ask me a bill. Ask me a bill.
Football is more than a game. It's a celebration of passion, pride and unity. Welcome to the 135 Durand Cup. Wishing every team success and every fan an unforgettable tournament.
Everyone, proud to host the 135 Durand Cup at the iconic Kumalapak Stadium at Imphal, Manipur. This passion, energy and spirit of Manipur football will once again take center stage as Asia's oldest football tournament. Everyone come here to enjoy the beautiful game.
Let us celebrate this grand festival, football together, sign pride, play fair, and make the nation proud.
Kurumjari Imphal Football Fever is back. Join us for the 135 Indian World Durand Cup and let's celebrate the spirit of the game together. See you at the stadium.
Ask me a bill. Ask me a bill.
Welcome back from the break. Our next top stories begins with amidst a heavy rain, more than 400 saplings planted at Assam. A mass tree plantation program was organized on 20th July 2026 at Assam village, Kamdong district in continuation of the tree plantation drive. Despite heavy rain which delayed the start from 9 a.m., the villagers showed remarkable enthusiasm and began planting trees at 11:25 a.m., concluding at around 4 p.m. The program showed active participation from the village headman Chui Matai Ragui, Lishing Shanglai, pastor of the Assam Baptist Church, village leaders, church leaders, and the local residents. Talking to media persons, environmental activist Jojo Robertson said that he would like to extend his gratitude to the villagers of the Assam for their unwavering commitment to the tree plantation drive, acknowledging their valuable contributions to the fight against global warming and the climate change. During the event, more than 400 saplings were planted. He further said his environmental awareness campaign will further expand to undertake tree plantation program in various locations.
하이드닝부디 우타버세 에코이기 담악도 얌 까나버네 에코이는 능시다 아파버세 우디기 방거더버네 아두나 군시들 내리고 군자마 얌시나 우타버기 임포렌세 니 뭐얌나 칸나가 아두가 각도신나 뜨드나 ngasi digi hona khoi ne si gi role se lauraga thabak se tawba ganda akhoi khunsi de leiribo mayam se gi kana busu u si digi phangani haina khoi yam asa tawjai
tung kaning man bagi lepa yatre adu khalda ong thaning bagi okhal sine henman badigi nong churesu simana u thabagi program se tatana lokhali puji suletana chatha khigini u thabagi program se mana khoina haraga hauruka na konda tu cha sinu o simana u tharam ko habse musu lausan laga monsa mathang thasinu.
CPIM Manipur, in solidarity with Sonam Wangchuk and the protesting students at Jantar Mantar, New Delhi. The Manipur State Committee of CPIM expresses its unwavering solidarity with noted educator and climate activist Sonam Wangchuk and the students of an indefinite hunger strike at Jantar Mantar. In a press release, the party stated that their struggle against the examination irregularities, repeated paper leak in national competitive examinations, and for institutional accountability is a just and democratic movement to safeguard the future of India's youth, particularly for the Manipur state. The CPIM strongly condemns the forcible removal of Sonam Wangchuk from the protest side by the Delhi police and the repression of a peaceful democratic movement. Instead of addressing the legitimate concerns of the students through meaningful dialogue, the authorities have resorted to coercive measures. With demand an immediate end to all such actions, a transparent dialogue with the protesters, accountability for the examination paper leak, comprehensive reforms of the national examination system, and the safety and dignity of Sonam Wangchuk and all the students satyagrahis. The party also extends its full support to the nationwide demonstrations and solidarity action being organized on 20th July in support of the hunger strikes at Jantar Mantar. We call upon the civil society organizations, student bodies, democratic forces, and all peace-loving citizens in Manipur to encourage and support these programs and raise their voices in defense of the students' rights, educational justice, and democratic values in the country, it added. The Haurebi water supply scheme, located at Haurebi Awang Lekai in Imphal West District and implemented under the supervision of the Public Health Engineering Department PHED Manipur as part of the Jal Jeevan mission of the Ministry of Jal Shakti Government of India, was inaugurated on 29 April 2026 by the Honorable Chief Minister of Manipur, Shri Yumnam Khemchand, along with Honorable MLA of Langthabal Assembly Constituency, Shri Karam Shyam, despite the concerns raised by the local residents that the project had not been completed. According to local residents, several critical components of the scheme remain unfinished at the time of the inauguration, resulting in the continued inability of the project to supply clean and safe drinking water to the public. Prior to the inauguration, concerned citizens had submitted a petition to the PHED Manipur on 27 April 2026, highlighting various deficiencies and requesting that the project not be inaugurated until all works were fully completed and made operational. It may be recalled that when residents voiced their objections to the inauguration of an incomplete project, they were allegedly branded as an anti-development group. However, nearly 3 months after the inauguration, the project reportedly remains incomplete and households in the Haurebi have yet to receive the promised supply of the clean and safe drinking water. Expressing their deep dissatisfaction over the situation, residents have stated that if the clean drinking water is not made available to every household by 29 July 2026, marking 3 months since the inauguration of the project, we will be compelled to launch a stronger democratic agitation. They further asserted that the authorities and individuals responsible for the delay and for the hardship and inconveniences caused to the public must be held accountable. Relentless rainfall over the past several days has triggered a severe flood crisis across the Kasar circle of Mio subdivision in Nagaland district, Arunachal Pradesh, inundating villages, farmlands, and vital infrastructure as the Nua Dehi and Buri Dehi rivers continue to flow above the danger level. Kasar has emerged as the worst hit area, with floodwaters entering residential localities, cutting off transportation links and leaving hundreds of families in uncertainty. Villages including Ongman, Jengbatar, Kasar, and several areas under Namchik have been severely affected as water continues to submerge homes, roads, and the public spaces. Normal life has been paralyzed, with vehicular movement severely disrupted due to the submerged and unsafe roads. Vast agricultural fields and backbone of the local economy remain under muddy floodwaters, leaving farmers worried about irreversible crop damage if the rainfall persists. The situation has become more alarming due to the fragile condition of the Makantong Bridge, a crucial link connecting the Kasar with Bordumsa. The bridge, which suffered extensive damage during the last year's floods, is once again under threat as the swollen Buri Dehi River continues to batter its foundations. Flooding has also intensified in villages under Namphai Part 1 and Namphai Part 2, where overflowing waters from the Maitong Nala have further aggravated the crisis, making movement increasingly difficult for the residents. With access to the markets disrupted and concerns over food security mounting, villagers are struggling to cope with the worsening situation. Authorities are reportedly monitoring the flood and taking precautionary measures, but anxiety continues to grip the affected communities as water levels show little sign of receding. For ELITETV News Channel, contact to the email address info@elitetv.in or 9402890982 and subscribe to ELITETV YouTube channel or follow on Facebook page, Instagram, and X for more information about the channel. Before we wind up, a very quick recap of the headlines once again. Spain leaves the title of the FIFA World Cup 2026, defeated Argentina by 1-0. Police lathi charge after protesters tried to breach barricades near the Parliament Street. Manipur students' body flags bore condition of the Tamenglong to Tosem Road urges government to reconstruct it. Seven feared death after landslide strikes Nagaland Montown, rescue efforts hit by heavy rain. One death, over 57,000 affected as Assam floods worsen. Army IAF on standby for rescue. That's all for English News. Coming up next is Primetime Manipuri News at 8:30. Until then, stay safe and stay informed. Good night.